Alright, hi, I'm Noire. I'm a Malaysian, but I'm Singapore PR here. And my goals is to be a game programming or a game designer. I prefer gaming a lot as usual. Like all gamers, you'll know. I was actually interested in forensic. I was interested in astrology. I actually did study forensic before coming to join MAGES. I graduated and after that I couldn't find a really proper job that I wanted with my degree, so I decided to pursue gaming, which is actually one of my goals as well. And finally I applied to MAGES. I was also really interested in gaming as well, and my parents finally supported me, and I decided to take another diploma in game technology as well. So to broaden experience, as most people could say, but also to satisfy myself because I'm really curious. And there's a saying that there's no one that's too old to study, so why not? So yeah, and I find that it works really different from how other schools do their, the systems is a bit different. So I think it's actually a pretty good thing, because what it does was it actually teaches the student images how to adapt to the stress, when you have deadlines, really short deadlines, and you have a lot of stuff to do. How will you cope with stress? And it also teaches you how to do teamwork. Like for game tech, they do actually have a group project where a group of people will actually just work on a game, and you actually able to see your weakness and your strengths during that period. So I think it's actually a really good experience. It's something that you can't find in polytechnics when you take their course. Where do I start? Where do I get my inspiration from when I do a new project? Actually, this was actually taught from one of previous lecturers. Rakesh actually said that the key to creativity is actually knowledge. It's not just that I see this snap, I can create something. You need knowledge for it. So yeah, so when I actually create a game, I got a team, I would just brainstorm everything. So anything that I could come up with, what I have learned through general knowledge or anything, I would just come up with something and then just mix them around, and boom, new idea. Life at MAGES, I would say for me, I enjoy it personally because first, it might be stressful sometimes it might be stressful during the project, during the milestones, due dates and stuff, but it's actually quite a relaxing environment. Yeah, it doesn't feel as stressful. Yeah, so even the lecturers, they are friendly. If you have any problems, you could just talk to them. Any personal problems, you could actually talk to them about it, and they will actually give advice or something. The challenges at MAGES, well, I may not look like it, but I'm not a really social person, and so sometimes when you get into a new class and there are a lot of students, it gets a bit awkward to talk to them at first. So that was a bit of a challenging part, but soon after, once you get to know them, it actually becomes really fun. Most memorable, well, it's probably going to be the final group project that was actually the most memorable for me, because we had a small group and the time was 3 months time, and we had to come up with a game that we actually could be proud of, and we actually managed to pull it off within that time frame. So I guess that was the one is most memorable because of that huge achievement you felt when you actually managed to come up with that product in that amount of time with that small group. So yeah. Well, for the game tech students, future game tech students, those who are joining, I would just say, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes is actually part of growing up. In programming, there's actually no perfect answer and no right answer. It's how you do things logically. So if you actually make a mistake, you'll know, okay, my logic is wrong there, and you could actually process through. It actually helps you to think how you can make it even better. And that is actually part of what game programmers should always think, how to make things always better, instead of say, I've done it, I don't have to revisit this anymore. So I would say, don't afraid to make mistakes, because that actually helps you to improve your skills. That's actually really important, that I find. Yeah.